Live from KSAT 12, the 6 o'clock news starts right now.
And we begin tonight with changes happening across the Texas prison system. This is in response to a lockdown happening amid a surge of homicides, overdoses, and contraband being found inside prison units.
Our KSAT Investigates team got exclusive access inside of a prison in Huntsville. And as Lee Waldman reports, officials are hoping that these changes are going to save the lives of the men and women behind bars.
The mailroom of the Wynn unit in Huntsville is busy.
They try to be creative of how they hide it in the paper or in the envelopes, in the books.
Every letter, book, magazine thoroughly checked by staff here.
If it's glued like this, that means they tampered with it. And we usually run a little rod in here to make sure nothing has been stuffed in here.
Before the lockdown, the Texas Department of Criminal Justice announced its transition to a fully digital mail system. After a successful pilot launch, TDCJ decided to roll things out system-wide. All mail now comes to this facility in Farmers Branch outside of Dallas.
The concept is that the letter would be scanned and upload back to the unit and then released to the inmate tablet within 72 hours.
All of this is an effort to interrupt the stream of contraband being smuggled through the mail system.
On the tablet.
Every inmate has one of these tablets.
The mail system was a value add part of the contract for the tablet system. So that's not costing TDCJ any funds.
Cortland Wayne King says most of his mail was already coming in that way.
But some people probably will hurt them. Like the most thing is letters, cards during the holidays, right? That's the big thing for me.
Mailroom supervisor Margaret Thomas believes the change will help, but won't stop contraband altogether.
The inmates are going to get crafty and more ideas, and they're going to try to get it in through the legal mail, which we're more on alert on that.
TDCJ is also ramping up security with new millimeter wave scanners. Those will be getting an upgrade soon.
In the new budget for the next 2 years, within that is $8 million for us to install additional middle wave scan systems in our maximum security facilities, such as you see in the airport.
With all of the changes and efforts, one question remains. What's driving the increase? Chief of Staff Jason Clark points to a few reasons.
Back during COVID, inmates did receive stimulus checks. So there was a significant amount of money, millions and millions of dollars, that came into inmates' hands.
And staffing challenges. System-wide, TDCJ is short approximately 6,500 correctional officers.
We're at about a 72% staffing level. Some units are 100% staffed, but more than not, they are not 100% staffed.
This lockdown is seen as a system-wide reset. The hope is this, in combination with systemic changes, will stop this dangerous trend.
Our charge and our mission is to provide public safety and ensure everything we do ties back to that.
For KSAT Investigates, I'm Lee Waldman.
So at this point, all prisons are officially out of the statewide lockdown. Streaming now, we have a bonus story for you about the programs that set inmates up for success. You're going to hear directly from some of those inmates. You can watch that story and our series Inside a Prison Lockdown on our website, KSAT.com. It's also on our YouTube page. Just scan that QR code that you see right there on your screen.
We now know the name of a 15-year-old rearrested on a murder charge earlier this week. Take a look here. This is Rene Gonzalez. He, along with 17-year-old Isaac Gonzalez, were charged in a 2022 drive-by shooting that killed 25-year-old Novita Brazel. The two teens bonded out of jail and were on GPS ankle monitors when several weeks ago they cut those monitors and were on the run. Both have been rearrested by Tuesday, and today we learned that both have been certified to stand trial as adults. If their case does make it to trial, they face up to life in prison if found guilty.
Got pretty wild in Castle Hills early this morning. A car crashed into a utility pole and then into a repair shop, and that was after a chase with police. The crash happened around 2 o'clock this morning at San Pedro and Jackson Keller Road. Castle Hills police say that officers tried to pull a driver over near Loop 410 and Jackson Keller. Police say that person was driving erratically, didn't stop, and authorities say that's when the suspect's car then crashed the utility pole and then hit 5 parked cars at a repair shop. 2 people were in that vehicle. Both of them were taken to a nearby hospital in critical condition.
Now to another overnight police chase. This one started in New Braunfels and ended on San Antonio's north side. This chase ended around 1:30 this morning near Moonglow and Serenade Drive. That's not far from San Pedro Avenue. New Braunfels police say officers saw 4 burglary suspects in a stolen car out of San Antonio. They began chasing it. Soon after, San Antonio police joined that pursuit before the suspects then crashed through a fence. All 4 got out of that car, but only 2 were caught and arrested.
Get ready. CPS Energy is preparing to argue for yet another rate hike. This is less than 2 years after the last one we told you about. The city-owned gas and electric utility is scheduled to present its request to the CPS board and San Antonio City Council next week. CPS wants to up the base rate by 4.25%. And it says that comes out to less than $5 a month for residential customers. Although official talks haven't yet started, the rate hike has been long expected, even though it might be a harder sell for the utility this time around.
But the reality is that never before have I been put in a position where my constituents have been put under this much pressure. And there comes a point, right, where I think it's fair for council to say no.
The last increase was in early 2022. And even at that point, CPS officials were talking about more regular rate increases, and that includes beyond even this proposal.
Dozens of people in San Antonio are demanding the city end its relationship with Tel Aviv. The Israeli city is one of 4 of San Antonio's so-called friendship cities. The city says it helps them explore compatibility to see if the relationship could be upgraded to be a sister city. Some council members have shared their support for Israel during this war. Last night, people who say they support Palestine pushed city leaders about that friendship agreement.
Until you all can collectively condemn the deliberate collective punishment of the Palestinian people, our city will continue to be partners in international crime.
Meantime, Governor Greg Abbott is wrapping up his trip to Israel tonight. His office says Abbott and Oklahoma's Governor Kevin Stitt visited war victims at a hospital in Tel Aviv.
Imagine this, your life savings wiped out just like that. That's exactly what happened to a San Antonio couple, and it all started with a pop-up. Dennis Shockey says that he saw one on his computer, so he called it. There was a number that popped up on it, so he called it thinking that it was Microsoft. And over the next 30 days, 80-year-old Shockey spoke to 2 imposters posing as fraud experts with Microsoft and his bank, and they convinced him that hackers were trying to take his money. So then they told him to move $170,000 into another account for safekeeping. Now, Shockey thought that he would get that money back, but then he realized that wasn't happening.
By late morning, I told Joy we've been had. We've been scammed.
We couldn't cry. We were just stunned. We just couldn't believe what had happened.
It's like getting kicked in the stomach.
Oh, you have to feel for them. Now, the FBI is calling this the phantom hacker scam. They say that criminals are targeting seniors specifically. Now, Microsoft is saying that you should never call a number that appears in a pop-up because they don't do that.
Well, a day of high tech at Techport, formerly Port San Antonio. Guess you could say every day is a high tech one there. But today was all about welcoming students from Edison High School. Those students got to explore Area 21 inside the Boeing Center at Techport. They were able to do some coding and work on smart tech vehicles, even robotics. STEM educators say field trips like these are a real benefit.
I live maybe within a 10-minute radius of this place, so I've seen this place grow. I've seen the ups and downs in the area. So being able to make STEM and coding more accessible for kids of all kinds and being able to talk to them in a way that they want to be talked to, that's really important for me. So no one gets left behind.
Hacemos, an AT&T employee group that supports Hispanic and Latino employees and communities, partnered up with the nonprofit Junior Achievement of South Texas and the San Antonio Museum of Science and Technology to put on this event. Look outside with live cam this evening. Plenty of sunshine as it's about to set. It's getting closer and closer to being dark at this hour, Adam.
Oh, and just wait till Sunday.
That's right. That's
we
the day.
Fall back an hour and it's going to be basically dark by this time. I want to go back to this morning. It was cool out there. We felt the chill. It just wasn't as cold as previous mornings. Most of us in the 40s, 42 officially in San Antonio, Stinson 43, then some 30s, but 30s above freezing in the hill country this morning. We're on the upswing temperature-wise, slowly but surely. 67 was our high temperature this afternoon, still well below average of 76, but we're going to be above that average by this upcoming weekend. Widespread 60s with that nice sunshine and crisp fall-like air with a lack of humidity. That as well is going to be changing by this weekend. This evening, though, partly cloudy, not quite as chilly, not much of a breeze out there. 56 at 10 o'clock. By midnight, we're at 54, and tomorrow morning, we'll start our day closer to 50 degrees. We'll talk about any rainfall potential and how warm it's going to get and when in just a bit.
All right, we'll see you then. Thanks, Adam. Let's take a look at traffic out there right now. This is the camera at 410 in Blanco. You can see the westbound lanes coming towards the camera are packed and very slow going at this hour. So if you're headed that way or expecting someone who's coming that way, just know they might be a bit delayed.
So let's talk about tomorrow, mañana. That's the last day that you can vote early for the November 7th election. Voters are going to see 14 propositions on the ballot that will either create or change state funding. You're also going to decide on a number of local races, and it really depends on where you live. So you're going to want to see a sample ballot. Guess what? We've got you. Just scan that QR code on your screen and you'll see those sample ballots.
KSAT and our community partners want to remind you to roll up your sleeves and get that flu shot. Bexar County and University Health offering them for free. They are hosting a flu shot clinic this Saturday, November 4th from 8 a.m. to noon. To register and find out all the details, go to ksatcommunity.com.
All the success he's had, everything that you see from Josh is basically, it's the foundation of the family.
Stick around. Still ahead on the news at 6, a San Antonio native, now a World Series champion. Coming up, you're going to hear from All-Star Josh Young's former high school coach about what motivates him both on and off the diamond. We've got plenty of news still ahead on the news at 6, but let's talk about what's coming your way on the night beat. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office's body camera policy is now under the microscope after an inmate died this summer. Tonight, KSAT investigates why enforcing that policy is easier said than done. Also this, 4 restaurants with histories of high scores saw their September health inspection scores take a tumble. The violations that inspectors found behind their kitchen doors.
All right, let's turn to the forecast now. Still a bit of a chill in the air out there today, but that's going to change. Like all things.
How long do we have, Adam?
How long do we have? Well, the clock's ticking right now. It's changing quickly, and we do have a warming trend that's underway, and you'll be feeling it and noticing it. Warmer days are ahead. They're upon us, and the humidity is going to come with that warmer weather. I do have some good news in terms of our drought. We have some improvements, and coming up at 6:45, I'll give you a comparison and show you where we've had the most improvements. But let's talk temperatures. That's the big story right now. Tomorrow morning, cool, but not as cold as what we've had. We'll be right near 50 degrees. Then notice that trend upward. Mid-50s Saturday morning. Sunrise on Sunday. We're back to 60 and back about 10 degrees above average for next week in terms of those morning low temperatures. So temperatures on the upswing, that's for sure. You look at the readings right now, and we've got 60s across most of the state. Feeling like fall, beautiful fall weather across the Lone Star State. It's not going to feel this way for much longer because the humidity is going to return along with those warmer temperatures. But tomorrow morning, 46 in Comfort, 50, we think all around San Antonio, 48 in New Braunfels, some mid to upper 40s in the hill country. By the afternoon, we make it up to 74 for the high temperature. So, a cool start to the day, but warming quickly and efficiently with this dry air in place. And some nice ornamental clouds to greet us in the sky as well. I talked about the afternoon highs. We're going to be back to the 80-degree mark by Sunday and then mid-80s into next week. So we're going from well below average to a good 10 degrees above average by Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. And there are some signs that another cold front is on the way at some point, either Thursday or Friday. It's too early to pinpoint, but of course we'll keep you updated on the latest as we get it in. Dew points right now, low. That's that nice crisp fall feel. Dewies in the 40s. However, see how the wind is starting to turn off the Gulf of Mexico? That's what's going to be changing it all this weekend. So let's fast forward to Saturday. Still fine outside. It'll be pleasant. You won't notice any mugginess in the air. But then the wind from the Gulf of Mexico really starts to do its usual thing here by boosting the dew points and the humidity level. And dewies back in the low 60s are expected first thing on Sunday morning. And with that, of course, the warmer temperatures, a direct correlation to the higher moisture level in the atmosphere, these dew points in the 60s, to the morning temperatures, of course, in the 60s. Think of the dew point not just as a comfort meter, but also the lower threshold to just how cool it could get at night. So here's a look at where the action is in terms of rain. Nice atmospheric river has been coming on shore in the Pacific Northwest. I say nice because I'd do anything for something like that around here right now. We have had improvements. I mentioned that, and I'll have the newest drought monitor and a good comparison coming up at 6:45. But as for rainfall over the next 7 days, it's all in the northern tier of the country. Pacific Northwest and the northern third of the U.S. is where most of it's going to be. There's a little bit of hope for about 7-8 days from now, maybe having a few showers in the forecast, but I think we're looking dry, at least for the time being. Decent amount of sunshine. Mornings back in the 60s next week, afternoons in the mid 80s, and yep, the muggy, sticky feeling returns on Sunday, and that's going to last until our next cold front arrives.
Yay! Just kidding.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Adam. The Texas Rangers World Series championship has a big San Antonio connection. Rookie third baseman and all-star Josh Young was born and raised right here in the Alamo City.
And RJ Marquez caught up with his high school coach to share stories about Josh and also what drives him on and off the field.
The Texas Rangers win the World Series! From Phoenix to Arlington, fans celebrated the Rangers' first World Series title, including right here in San Antonio.
It's hard to put into words. I mean, all the stuff that he's done. And when I saw them win last night, I just got quiet.
Churchill baseball coach Thomas Alfieri coached Rangers star Josh Young at MacArthur High School. Alfieri said Josh was one of the most humble persons he's ever met.
He's a very, very genuine guy. And then baseball-wise, you know, he plays the game the right way.
Young comes from a baseball and teaching family. His dad is a longtime coach and mom a teacher at NEISD.
He never missed a day of school, middle school or high school. He had perfect attendance all the way through. And I thought that was pretty cool. You know, so being at school was number one. Studies were number one, and then baseball.
Coach said it was apparent early on that Josh was a leader in the locker room and on the diamond. He was an all-district player at MAC and then went on to start at Texas Tech and now with the Rangers.
All the success he's had, everything that you see from Josh is basically, you know, it's a foundation of the family.
It's family and a lifelong bond that Coach Alfieri will cherish now that one of his former players has brought home a title and accomplished his childhood dreams.
The first day that I went to go watch him play, and I finally saw his dad for, it had been a while, and when I saw him, I just broke down. So happy for him and his family. It was just a great moment, you know, for him, for MacArthur, for the district, I mean, for, you know, for everyone.
RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
I love that as a final shot, too, just getting that champagne shower. But, you know, we want to hear more about him. So we know that he comes from, you know, humble beginnings and all that. But tell us more about him.
Well, not only did he, you know, do a lot to get to this point, but he had a remarkable journey during the regular season to overcome an injury. And there you see it again, the champagne showers in the locker room last night. And already a champion in his rookie season. It's just remarkable. We'll have more coming up. Plus, the Cowboys have their plates full this week as they prepare to hit the road for an in-division rivalry game against Philly.
In their 63rd season. It's happened! The Texas Rangers win the World Series!
The sweet sounds of a Fall Classic championship victory. The Texas Rangers' triumphant win in big board sports. Last night in Phoenix, the previously ringless Texas Rangers knocked out the Diamondbacks with a 5-0 win to capture the club's first World Series title in 63 years of existence. Making highlight-worthy plays all postseason long was San Antonio native and Texas Tech alum Josh Young. The rookie third baseman registered 19 hits for a .311 average and 66 postseason at-bats. During the regular season, Young had to get surgery on his thumb, and it almost put his 2023 campaign in jeopardy. His resilience making the World Series win that much sweeter.
This one's incredible. There's no words. It's just wow. We did it. The journey we were on to get here, incredible, and then we finished it off.
So Texas led the AL West for most of the season, but let the division crown slip away on the final day of the regular season to the Astros. The Rangers started the postseason at Tampa Bay, and after sweeping the Rays and Baltimore, Texas got its revenge against 2022 champion Houston before defeating Arizona in 5 games for the hardware.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
The Dallas Cowboys hit the road this week to meet Philadelphia in an NFC East rivalry game. Both teams are at the top of the division. Now A.J. Brown, the A.J. Brown-led Eagles own a league-best 7-1 record. In the Cowboys' second injury report for Week 9, it showed Michael Gallup and Jaron Kearse both back to a full workload. Tyron Smith didn't practice as he deals with a neck injury. He still has a chance to play on Sunday, though, and Chuma Edoga is limited but practicing.
It's a division game. You know, all division games, you know, it's intense. They're going to be hard-fought games, not even depending on what the record is of each team. But, yeah, you know, any division game is going to be a hard-fought battle. So just looking forward to it. I mean, we're not taking anything from anybody. You know, they're known for their defense, you know, their interior, their big guys up front. But, you know, we look at it like we're looking forward to that battle, and, you know, we're ready for it.
In the Clippers game, I want to say we laid down, but just compared to the Phoenix game, you know, we just kept battling. The Phoenix game, kept believing. And then I think there was a little bit of pride there. You know, we just didn't want to get blown out again. So all those factors played in against Phoenix. And then on top of that, I think everyone was just a little bit more locked in. And then we started to hit shots offensively, and we just got a lot better.
Frank Vogel, head coach of the Phoenix Suns, says his team let their foot off of the gas when they grew a big lead on Tuesday. Meanwhile, the Spurs showed their true colors, a young team that will make you pay for your mistakes. We'll see what the Spurs and Suns have in store for us tonight at 9 p.m. The addition of Devin Booker to the Phoenix lineup will be a game-time decision. So once again, get your coffee ready.
This is something that we've been waiting for months. So.
Yes.
All right.
I saw some of the Spurs went to the World Series game last night.
So much happening in Phoenix. That's the place to be right now.
They looked like they had a good time. All right. Thanks, Mary.
Thank you.
Coming up next, your medical questions answered in Doc Talk. Stay with us.